Can you believe it? What should take me 20 minutes took me nearly 2 hours. You should have seen the amount of traffic on that road. Ridiculous. And to compound the problem, there's garbage lying on the sides of the streets. I don't get it. Why is there no daily collection of all this waste? Do you know how many diseases one could contract because of this buildup of garbage on our streets? I'm so annoyed. I know the root cause of all this. Rapid urbanization. What exactly is urbanization, you ask? How did it begin? Is it all bad or does it have some redeeming qualities? Well, to understand urbanization, we need to first understand what we mean when we say urban and rural areas. Rural areas are places where the majority of the population is engaged in agricultural activities such as farming, cattle rearing, and so on. On the other hand, urban areas are places where the majority of the population is engaged in professions which are non-agricultural in nature. People involved in such professions include doctors, engineers, lawyers, businessmen, factory workers, and so on. But were places around the world always defined as urban and rural areas? Was this distinction always present? Well, until the 18th century, there wasn't any distinct division of rural and urban areas. Most of the population was involved in farming. The rest, which is around 8% of the people, lived in small towns and were involved in economic activities such as selling and buying goods. Then, around the turn of the 18th century, something happened. The Industrial Revolution took root in Europe. That's when things started changing. But what exactly was the Industrial Revolution? The Industrial Revolution was the process of change of economies from agrarian and handicraft economies to those dominated by industrial and machine manufacturing. This process began in Britain in the 18th century, and from there it spread to other parts of the world. The Industrial Revolution was remarkable for the many inventions that made people's lives easier. A lot of factories started coming up, which opened the doors for newer and more jobs. This meant that people started coming in large numbers to cities and towns from villages to take up these jobs. Over time, this shift led to an increase in the number of people in the areas around the factories. And this is how urban areas were established. Slowly, this spread to the rest of the world, and more urban centers started cropping up in a process known as urbanization. Simply put, urbanization is the shift of population from rural to urban areas, leading to a gradual increase in the number of people in urban areas and the way in which society adapts to this change. Presently, more than half the population of the world lives in urban areas. The United Nations has predicted that more than 64% of the population of developing nations will be living in cities by the year 2050. And also that a whopping 86% of the population in developed nations will live in cities by the same time. Can you believe that? What initially started out as a meager 8% will increase to 86%. That's how fast cities are growing.
If you like this video and want to watch many more amazing videos like these, like and subscribe to our channel now.